Dear Carmen, my first regret, my unrequited love. To lose my ability to love because of you, which was my most valued feature, and lose my most treasured memories of you are both fearful thoughts. But I hope that you know I cherish what I felt for you. If I forget all my memories of you, will you become my dearest friend again? But this time, please, don't allow me to repeat the mistake of falling in love with you, because I won't be able to withstand losing you for a second time. So if you start to notice that I'm falling for you, try everything to push those feelings out of me, even if I end up being hurt in the end, because it's better than the pain of a one-sided love with you. You're probably shocked by the way I started this letter, due to the fact that I never expressed my romantic feelings for you and all the talk about me forgetting you. Firstly, I've had these feelings for you since I spent Christmas with you and your family 2 years ago. Watching you with your family made me realize that I desired to be more than a friend, which wasn't my original intent. Secondly, forgetting you and these feelings, as much as I'd rather not lose those parts of me, it's more for my health and well-being. You see, these lovely feelings have become burdensome and are taking a physical toll on me. It appears that I've developed a rare disease from having an unrequited love for you. The name of this disease is Hanahaki disease, and the symptoms include flowers that grow in the heart and lungs, vomiting of the flowers along with blood, and deep-rooted chest pains. It can progress slowly over a few years like mine has, or rapidly. It's a unique disease, and if not cared for correctly, it results in death. It seems I've neglected myself since encountering this disease, and it's mostly because of the treatments used to cure this illness. There are 2 cures, and both are impossibly difficult for me. The first cure is getting you to fall in love with me, a daunting task in of itself, and the second cure is surgery. The doctors would surgically remove the flowers that have taken root in me, but there's a chance that I'll lose my ability to love and lose my memories of you. At first, both options felt impossible. However, I saw that my relationship with you would never be more than a friendship, and the surgery seemed to be the best option for me, even with the risk. Nevertheless, I suffered through this pain until I was sure I had no chance with you. And now I'm sure. To back away from the medical side of this letter, I'm going to be honest with you and say that you had a lot of my first, but I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. You're the only girl I never told my true feelings to, and that's the first of many firsts that you made your own. You've known me long enough to know that I'm not shy when it comes to the way I feel. I speak my feelings no matter how difficult it is or how irrelevant it is. But you were the first person I couldn't bring myself to tell how I felt, partly because of my fear of squandering the relationship I had with you, and somewhat because I already knew how you felt about me. Sometimes I wish I had told you how I felt. However, now I only wish I didn't have to forget you or the feelings I held for you. I said at the beginning of this letter that you were my first regret, and just so we're clear, I don't regret meeting you, or becoming friends with you, or even falling in love with you. I only regret allowing myself to fear you and those feelings I had for you. I learned at a young age that I shouldn't regret any of the relationships I had, because I could learn from those mistakes I made and use what I acquired to better the next relationship I entered. However, I won't be able to learn from the mistakes I've made with you, and that tears me apart. I've learned so much from my relationship with you, and I know I could have learned even more from you. I learned to be patient, and as I'm writing this letter, I'm learning not to fear the outcome of a relationship, to take things slow, and most of all, I learned to treasure what I have with a person at that moment. Sadly, I'll lose those valuable lessons, and I won't be able to use them in the next relationship or friendship I enter. If we become friends again, I'd like you to teach me these lessons all over again. I'm going to end this letter soon, so this will be the last thing I touch on, and I hope it clears up any questions that you might have left. So if you're wondering, I'm not angry, not at you anyway. I'm more annoyed with myself and the actions that got me to this point. But that's besides the point. To be straightforward, I'm a little jealous of your boyfriend. But I'm not bitter because even at this moment, I adore and cherish you. I want what makes you happy. I've taken these years since getting sick to come to terms with letting go of these feelings. But I've never prepared myself to let go of you. Nevertheless, I know that if I keep holding on to you, nothing will change and I might die from these suffocating feelings. So I'm going to let go, as is better for both of us. And even though it's difficult to admit, I'll be happier. Also, I realize that my request from earlier might be difficult for you to do after reading this. Therefore, if you want to ignore becoming my friend again, you can. I'd understand. But if you see me on the street one day, please smile at me at least. That would be enough for me. To end this letter, I'd like to say thank you for being my friend, my first regret, my unrequited love, and my precious Carmen. The princely rose that's writing this letter to you will forever miss you and treasure how I felt about you, along with the memories I've made with you. I wish things didn't have to end this way, and honestly, I hope everything goes well with you and your boyfriend. Also, can you grant me one more selfish request? Can you keep the memories of us? And can you remember them from time to time for me? I know I've asked for a lot in this letter, but this is my final request. So please. I'm running out of paper now, so I guess it's time for me to say goodbye. I don't know if this goodbye is for now or for eternity, but I hope it's not a forever farewell. Lastly, I want to prepare you for when or if you see me again, because I won't remember you. But I'll love you and remember you forever in this letter you hold. However, what you do with this letter is up to you. You can throw it away or you can keep it. Either way, I don't mind. No, I'm sorry, I lied. I hope you keep this letter and remember what you meant to me. I spent a long time thinking of the right thing to say for you to understand how deep my feelings ran for you. It was essential for me to write this letter to you, and even though I'll never be able to say this to your face, at least in this letter, I can say that I love you. I love you. And again, thank you. Goodbye, Carmen. Sincerely, your friend, Rose.